And welcome to Marc Cosell's College Football Pick. The Colorado Bucks versus Nebraska's Cornhuskers. I am Marc Cosell. Okay, I'm actually Marc Clarke. Welcome. I had to hop on. So exciting today. This is week 2 of the experiment. The Deion Sanders taking over Colorado's football team. And I don't know, if you're like me, I did not give a damn about Colorado football until Deion arrived. And I got to tell you, this thing got me more excited than the NFL. What? It's got me more excited than the NFL because, we're watching I think something that we've never seen before. What's up, Wendy? Now it's very interesting. Deion is definitely a personality that people love or hate. Most people are not in the middle, and it's weird. And the fact that there's a group of people who are super mad because he left the HBC Jackson State. What's up, Kenneth Abrams? Again, Kenneth Abrams. When Kenneth Abrams said he is changing the game literally and figuratively, Kenneth Abrams knows because Kenneth Abrams has been not only in marketing and promotion, but he has worked for NFL teams, worked for pro sports, and he understands what's happening. And he's been behind the scenes in these boardrooms. And yeah, this thing, what's up, Jackie? This thing is bigger than football. It's huge. It's huge. In fact, you've seen this clip that's on going around on social media. The late Jimmy the Greek made the comment, about all the black players in sports, and he said all that's left is coaching. And once they start coaching, then there'll be nothing left for the white man. a very off-color comment at the time, but accurate. And so I think this is the ushering in of what he's exactly talking about. Because if you're watching this thing, and you can really watch it because Deion's son, owner of Well Off Media, if you haven't checked this out, go to YouTube and type in Well Off Media. And he's captured this whole journey with videos and content from the beginning. And so in addition to having the Colorado fans excited about it, he's got the whole world excited about it because you actually have access into, not total access, but access into how this whole thing came together. These kids, you know who they are. It's like following your favorite television show. Never has that happened before. Access. We never had access before. Again, and I'll agree with you, Wendy. The confidence is crazy. So the access. So he's building, a storyline, a narrative that you can follow, and the players obviously have to be excited about it because these young people, he knows because he has young players and young, kids. He knows how seductive the attention is. And so he's harnessing that. And then, like you said, Wendy, we're not used to this level of confidence. Most of us just aren't used to that. And that's the part that I'm just so intrigued by. Deion is a one of one. He brought the game to the game. The gold chains, the earrings, the Jerry curl, the all that slick talk, all that stuff. He brought the game to the game. And so does he know how to handle kids who are much like him? He does. And I think the part that people really missed out on, even people like me in our age group who watched Deion, if you didn't know him intimately, if you didn't really know him, the outside are the gold chains and the curl and the slick talk and the hit songs and MC Hammer pants and all that kind of stuff. But what really is at work, though, was a dude who works super hard in practice, who mastered the game. And I think that was the part that many of us missed out on. And even those people who don't like him now, I think they think of Deion and think of a showy athlete who's just about show and not about substance. And I think what we're seeing, especially if you're following this journey, is, oh no, he was all about the substance. And that's what he demands from his players. And that's what's happening that people don't know. And let's keep it real. I think the image of the black athlete, and in many ways, Deion reflected the kind of the over the top charisma and, you know, being braggadocious and the flashiness. That's the box we put people in. But now people are seeing that, oh, wait a minute, there's much more to this. He's all these years, he's offered up more than that. And I think that's the thing. If you're really following it, that's what you're really seeing, right? Also, because Deion has this intimate relationship with his players, and again, if you watch these, watch these videos and you're really following this, what you're seeing is he has players who want to play for him. Well, why do they want to play for him? Well, he got the playbook. How do I get to the NFL? What do I need to do? You know, how do I get the exposure? Who better to show me than Deion? What parent after that first game isn't like, if you have a D1 level athlete, who wouldn't want him to play for? Because what's not talked about at the collegiate level is, especially D1, this ain't no beauty contest. This is not, this is basically professional sports. Okay, let's say what it is. We don't say what it is for whatever reason, but it's professional sports. So if you want to go to the pros, if you want to make some money, if you want to be a winner, I can show you how to do that. And ain't nobody else like that than Deion, including his team of coaches. You know, he's got pro level coaches, college coaches who have pro experience, and vice versa. So, and then the access to all of those Hall of Famers. You want to talk linebackers? Let me call Ray Lewis. You want to talk defensive line? Let me call Warren Sapp. Want to talk receiving? Let me call T.O. Let me call Michael Irving. So, what are we talking about? Let's say Michael Irving. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm trying to say. So to the game. Now, what's interesting about the game to me is, I'm sorry. One more point. So the Deion avalanche. You know, everybody's talking about Colorado. Everybody's talking about Deion, and I know some people hate it. It gets on your nerves, right? But and that's so funny that you said that he's this generation's Eddie Robinson. Just by saying that, somebody's going to go off and they're going to go talk about how he deserted the HBCUs, and no, he's not. He doesn't have the character of Eddie Robinson. I can already hear the complaints, but you know what? I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. If you watch Well Off and you watch and just watch what he's doing with these kids, I'm sorry. And so what's going to happen is the backlash, because all of this coverage and all of this Deion, people are going to be like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this, right? But what people are missing, or some might miss, is that this is the beginning of a change in college football, kinda. Now, there's only one Deion. So the thing is, there's cats that played pro, there's cats that are, amazing, but he's got something that many don't, and that is he knows how to put this thing together because he's coached young people all this time. See, that's the part that I think people can miss too. Not only does he have his kids, he has his kids' friends and his kids' associates. And so when you're an elite athlete, you are a part of these camps, a part of these connections, a part of these systems that introduce you to other great athletes at the same time, right? And so just like the young running back from TCU who got injured in the game, and Deion went out there and said, brother, get up and do what you do because you're a beast. People may not know that running back whose last name was Sanders, who was a beast, he was running hard on him, man. He was basically unstoppable. He wanted to go and play for Deion, Coach Prime, but he didn't. Coach Prime, he had injury issues, and so Coach Prime, for whatever reason, didn't pick him. But it did not stop him from loving him and letting him know, bruh, Go get back on that field and give us that work. Because again, back to the character piece. When's the last time you saw that? And this is the last part, and then I do the prediction. And why can Deion do that? Number one, he was him as an athlete, right? So he doesn't have any insecurities. He doesn't have any fear when you're talking about, okay, I'm going heads up against another man, and let's see what you got. Most of the coaches in college football were not him. Most of the coaches are dealing with players they really don't understand. You know what I mean? I just heard Nick Saban, after watching all the Deion stuff and seeing all the videos, I just watched Nick Saban in a press conference, and it rang hollow, because you're like, you cannot question his success. You can't question a Saban's success, but his real connection to his players versus Deion, you know what I mean? It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? It's just not close, because he does not know the culture. So when you're a kid and you play for Alabama, you are playing in his system. He doesn't really understand you. And the old way was, like we came up with, he didn't feel like he had to understand you. You need to understand me. I'm the coach, understand my system, and this is what you do to win. Deion, it's another whole other approach. He understands you. He understands the music you're listening to. He understands what you like and don't like. He understands what it feels like when you have to not be yourself or give up yourself to satisfy a coach. And that's the advantage that he has that these other coaches don't have. And it's just going to be a matter of time. And so the prediction. So, you got Coach Prime versus Matt Rule. Rule is, he coached for the Panthers, so he's got that pro level experience. He coached at Temple, at Baylor. He's had success, but I think, again, all in all, when you compare the coaching staffs, everybody, a lot of the professional announcers talk about, well, now they're going to go up against a real defense. They're going to go against a real team. But again, when you say real team, what are we really talking about? Does Nebraska have better skill position players? No. What does Nebraska have that Colorado doesn't have? Some will say the offensive line for Colorado won't be able to withstand the line for Nebraska. Okay, we'll see. You're talking about a quarterback with a quick release. How much would that be effective? Last week, Colorado didn't rely on their run game. But again, it's not like they have small, undersized linemen. People keep talking about that. That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily good. Great morning, family. Great morning. What I think is interesting is everybody talked about Coach Prime's money. Coach Prime has that 5-year deal worth about $29 million. So he's making about $5.9 million a year. Rule makes $9.25 million a year, baby. So we're gonna see. Now, if you get blown out, what does that mean? But anyway, let me get back to the prediction. My prediction is Colorado Buffaloes 47, Nebraska 24. Colorado Buffaloes 47, Nebraska 24. If you win some money, please send some money to me. Hashtag, matter of fact, Cash App. If I win and you want to help me out because I am begging for money, I don't even know my Cash App. Next week. Anyway, prediction, Buffaloes 47, Nebraska 24. Have a great weekend. I will see you if you're out and about. I'll be at the State Fair. Also, I will be on Sunday night at Grease with a side of Mambo sauce. Shout out to DC Black Broadway. And of course, catch me on Fox 45 every morning, starting at 7. And then my show is I do the hits with Beam So Baltimore, but then my show's on at 11:30. All right. Have a great one. And I will see you soon. Each weekend, I give you predictions. So this is my first one. I didn't hop on the first time. So let's go. Let's go, Buffs. Let's go, Buffs. What? Who knew? Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe.